for. He's not really our cousin, but we call him Cousin Pep.
He'd like to be.
Eli Manning made his 208th consecutive regular start.
Yes.
Sunday at Levi Stadium.
Yes.
They're going to make sure that next week he breaks the record for doing it for one team. Brett Favre has it over 3 teams.
Right.
So I think they're going to do that, and let's let him play the rest of the season. That doesn't mean you can't take him out in the second quarter. I think he's going to start for the rest of the season.
If
just for that reason.
If they want to keep Eli's streak intact, fine, I have no problem with that. But he plays one series, and then you let Davis Webb or play him a half and let Davis Webb play the second half. But you can't just like throw the kid in. First of all, let's say this: Davis Webb hasn't even dressed for a game yet. All right, Geno Smith was the backup in yesterday's game, and Davis Webb wasn't even dressed for the game. So even if the Giants wanted to play him yesterday, they couldn't. He wasn't dressed.
Okay.
So NFL teams, they get 2 quarterbacks. That's it. So for Davis Webb to play, he has to become the backup, and that means not dressing Geno Smith, which I don't have a problem with because Geno played one game this season. He was Geno. So what does that tell you?
Nothing.
Yeah, exactly. He's not the future. He's not even the present. So he's just a guy with a clipboard, and he's making a couple $1 million this year. Thank you very much. Best job in the world, being Eli's backup. You don't have to play.
No, you don't.
Eli's a healthy guy. He's incredible in terms of how healthy he has stayed, and how he has been able to avoid injury. But Geno Smith is not the answer to any question anybody is ever going to ask. So, to me, the Giants need to find out. Can Davis Smith play in the NFL? Or I'm sorry, Davis Webb. Can he play in the NFL? And you look at a kid's numbers, 6'5", 230. That's some prototype numbers right there. In fact, probably even a little bigger than you might expect.
Right.
But let's see what the kid can do.
I agree.
I don't see why not.
At this point, I'd be playing every backup.
It's not even playing every backup, but I'm saying
I would just flip it. Just flip. You're not doing anything this season, and there's a good chance McAdoo's gone by the end of the season.
He's got to be gone.
But
there's no reason to keep him.
Why was last season a good season for him then?
Can I tell you? I think it's probably had a lot to do with what was left over from Tom Coughlin. It's almost in a way, it's almost like Rex. When Rex took over the Jets, he had a lot of players. And Rex looked like a genius those first 2 years because he had a lot of players left over from the previous regime. And then Rex started putting his own team together, and that's when things started falling apart. So, I'm not absolving Jerry Reese from any of the blame in this because Jerry Reese was the guy who put this team together.
He might be going too.
He has to go. You can't just fire the coach and leave the architect and say, Jerry's a good guy. No, Jerry put this disaster together.
When the house is falling apart, you go to the architect and say, geez, what happened? That's what you say.
Okay.
We're going to take a break right now. You're listening to From the Press Box right here on 90.3 WHPC, streaming on your iHeartRadio app. If you'd like to call in with a question or comment, 516-572-7440.
Is this really the most interesting thing on the radio right now?
Not anymore.
What's happening?
FM Punk, that's what's happening.
Who are you exactly?
I'm Riley Hogan, the host of FM Punk.
Riley Hogan?
I'm too anti-conformist for a cool DJ name. Tune in to FM Punk for blistering punk rock fury. Everything from Ramones to Gorilla Biscuits to Moss Icon to Nails. I play whatever I want. So whether you're into grindcore or old school emo, there's something here for you.
That's cool and all, but what are you doing in my car?
What aren't I doing in your car?
Stop that!
FM Punk, Thursday nights at 11 on the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
Okay. Yo.
Tell your friends about the Nassau Morning Madhouse. Hear what you're missing.
Check it out.
Check it out.
This man did something absolutely insane.
for a donut? What would you do for a donut that you think is the absolute craziest thing?
I'd probably wrestle a wolf.
I still think what this guy did was crazy.
No way.
Yes.
You know, I'm going to one-up Justin. I'm going to say I'm going to wrestle 2 wolves.
First of all, I kind of agree with him. He stabbed his grandson in the arm over a donut.
What?
Honestly.
Wait. You said before you were like, I'm kind of on the grandpa's side.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So please tell me there's like something I'm missing here.
The kid said no to his grandfather.
Okay,
Sonny, go
honestly,
get me a donut.
but the arm
Stab. That's his bonus.
Stabbing
First
is
of all, that is
extreme.
not,
Don't
like,
mess with the big man's food.
The Nassau Morning Madhouse. Weekday mornings from 7 to 9. On the voice of Nassau Community College.
90.3 WHPC.
90.3 WHPC wants you to know that as early as elementary school, students who miss just 2 days of school per month are likely to fall behind in reading, writing, and math.
And just 2 absences per month make students less likely to graduate from high school, even if the absences are excused.
Attending school every day increases a child's chances of success in school and in life. Learn more at absencesaddup.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Education, Charles Stewart Mott Foundation, the Ad Council, and the voice of Nassau Community College, 90.3 WHPC.
We're back here on From the Press Box. I'm Rob Leonard. With me is award-winning sports writer, and yes, my brother, Tim Leonard. Now, Tim, we just have to say this because, you know, there's a guy here at the radio station, somehow is a Buffalo Bills fan. Joe Ritter, of course, hosts the Morning Madhouse, one of the co-hosts, I should say. Buffalo lost 47-10. That's all we have to say. You know, the Jets and the Giants.
It was a bad week for New York football.
Yeah, you know, with the Jets and the Giants, you know, it's really bad. But Buffalo's sliding. You know, it's more of an embarrassment to be a Buffalo Bills fan.
Why
right
are you
now.
doing this again? You did this last week too.
I just
Stop.
do that. You know, just what you do. Anyway, let's talk about the Jets.
I want to say one more thing about the Giants before we go to the Jets.
More? I thought we got it all out of our
we
system.
didn't. You need to look at the notes.
I don't look at the notes.
I know you should. The Giants. First of all, the Giants haven't been 1-8 since 1980.
Remember those days?
Yeah, I do. Unfortunately,
I do.
Not
too.
a lot of people listening to the show might not, but 1980 was the last time the Giants were 1-8. They finished that season 4-12. Now, the reason that I mention this is because there is a positive. There is the silver lining to the cloud that is the Giants. They drafted Lawrence Taylor the following year.
Okay.
All right. Lawrence Taylor, he was pretty good Giant. Pretty good Giant. Exactly. They cleaned out the sinuses by drafting Lawrence Taylor. And let's just hope that the Giants can draft somebody who has as much of an impact on the franchise of the future as Lawrence Taylor had after the last time the Giants were 1-8.
Well, that would be a very good thing. Yeah.
So,
anyway, the Jets. You know, I thought that the Jets might, you know, maybe get an 8-8 season out of this year. It's not going to happen now. It looks like they lost to Tampa Bay of all people.
And former quarterback Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Oh, he was loving yesterday, wasn't he? Fitzy, and we're not talking about Fitz from Scandal. He made sure they won yesterday, didn't they? Yeah.
Well, you could say he did.
Yeah, maybe.
He did everything he could to try to make them not win. He didn't throw a touchdown pass until the fourth quarter.
Well,
all they did was kick field goals for the first 3 quarters.
He wanted to keep it the way he was when he was on the Jets.
Well, he would have thrown some more interceptions if he would have done that.
Yeah, that's true. So, but 15-10, Tampa Bay over the Jets. This should have been again a game that the Jets won. When you're that close, 5 points, and you should have maybe won this game. It
was 15-3 in the fourth quarter, so the Jets weren't going to win this game. McCown was okay. He actually threw for more yards than Fitzpatrick, so the Jets' offense was able to do something. But the Buccaneers' defense was the key to this game. They were able to get to McCown. The Jets' offensive line was mediocre at best and terrible at worst. That's what it was. Fitzpatrick finally connected with running back Charles Sims in the fourth quarter for a short touchdown.
We should say some people might have been confused. He was clean shaven, Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Well, I didn't. Good for him.
He's clean shaven. Look at the picture in the Daily News right now.
It's about time. About time he got rid of that ridiculous beard.
Yeah.
You know, he looks like a somebody auditioning for Duck Dynasty or something.
Yeah. So anyway,
So-
it's a. I thought that like I said, I thought the Jets maybe could have had an 8-8 season, which I would have.
Why? They don't want an 8-8 season. They want a tank.
But you don't play to lose. You know that. If you're a player, you don't play to. You don't say as a player.
How many times do I have to explain this to you?
Why? I know that, Tim.
Listen.
You want to get the
Listen
draft
to
picks,
me.
but players don't play to lose
Listen.
because they're going to be off the team next year.
Stop talking and
anyway.
listen.
No.
Yes.
They are, if you're a player and you're going to say, well, next year I'm going to be on the team.
Stop
No, there's no guarantee of
talking.
it. So you're going to try harder to make sure that the next team that
I
sees
have been
you.
telling you this. I don't even know how many weeks of the season I've had to tell you this again. So obviously you're not listening to me. So look at me. Look at me right now.
I listen
look
to
at me and listen.
everything
No,
my
you see,
younger
you're talking
brother
again.
says.
You're talking. Stop talking.
What am I? I'm not allowed to talk?
You're assaulting me.
I threw a pen at you.
Stop talking and pay attention.
I have nothing
all right?
else. I'll throw the phone at you
Pay
next.
attention.
What?
All right?
I'm listening.
The Jets were built to lose. All right? The players don't want to lose. The players want to play well. The players are playing for their jobs on a weekly basis.
That's what I just said.
All right? So why do you keep saying it's on the players? It's not on the players. It's on management.
Yeah, but they're
Mike McCagnon built a team that the Jets management was hoping would win maybe 3 games. Because there are other bad teams in the league, like the Cleveland Browns and the San Francisco 49ers. And I'm still surprised that the Dolphins and the Bills have won as many games as they have. But that was the raison d'etre, as the French would say, the reason to be for what the Jets were supposed to be for this season. They were built to be terrible. That's why Josh McCown was signed, because he's never had a winning season in his life, and he's basically a career backup.
Right.
So the Jets said, hey, he's the perfect guy. Let's not sign Colin Kaepernick, who actually might win us a few games by himself. Let's sign the guy who's terrible and has been with the Cleveland Browns for a year and won 1 game with the Cleveland Browns. Let's sign that guy.
Okay.
All right? All right, everything the Jets have done this season, if you want to look at it from the standpoint of, wow, these guys are overachieving. All right? And wow, these guys are doing well. Yeah, no argument here. But that's not what this team was built to do.
No, but
this team was built to get the Jets a franchise quarterback.
But as a player, you don't play to lose.
I just said that.
I know that. But I'm just saying that the team might be built to lose, but as a player, you don't play to lose. Unless you just don't care. That's what I'm saying.
Like the Giants.
Like the Giants.
Now we're back to the Giants.
The Giants don't care.
Because the Giants don't care.
The Giants don't care.
The Giants got a lot of guys cashing $1 million checks
They
who
do not
don't care.
There's the difference. The Giants do not, the players on the Giants do not give a damn right now.
I'm not going to say all of them. I'm not going to condemn all of them. There's a lot of guys on the Giants right now who are cashing big money checks who do not care.
We know that.
And when you're talking about guys like that, you're talking about big money guys who, no matter how badly they play this season, Janoris Jenkins, are going to have jobs next year because some team will take a chance on them.
Yes, I agree
but
with that.
Right now, a lot of guys on the Giants cashing checks who don't deserve the money they're making.
I agree. And the Jets still, they won't happen, but the Jets still could be 10-6.
No.
It won't happen.
Stop. I mean, the Jets, what's the Jets' record? What are they, 4-6 now?
They're 4-6.
I'll be honest. I looked at the Jets' schedule yesterday. They'll be lucky if they win more than 1 game the rest of the season.
Really?
They got a pretty tough schedule coming up, and
well, their bye week's coming this week.
Well, good for them. They need the rest. But what they have coming in the schedule is a lot of tough games, and I can see maybe 1 win. But my prediction right now is that the Jets finish 5-11, and that's still probably 2 or 3 more wins than I thought they would get this year.
Most people,
and as ridiculous as it sounds, Todd Bowles should probably be in the running for Coach of the Year. He'll never get it with a 5-11 team.
No,
but this is a team that probably should have won 2 games this year. So Todd Bowles has done a good job. And if people say at the end of the season, well, we need a coach, Todd Bowles got to go, wrong.
I like Todd.
You know, Todd Bowles, I still don't think he's that much of a coach, but he's done a good job this year. Because I can't go according to what the Jets have this year. And going by last year, I didn't think Todd Bowles was much of a coach last year.
No, I agree.
And maybe that's partly in because he was still pretty young to the position. But I think Todd Bowles done a great job this year.
I'm shocked.
Absolutely great job.
I'm shocked, brother, that Philadelphia is the best team in the National Football League.
Nope, not me. You know why?
Why?
Because they have a franchise quarterback.
Really, brother? Who is
Carson Wentz.
Carson Daly?
Carson Wentz has been one of the best players in the NFL this season. And